Hi everyone. I wanted to start a series on basically the beginning of things and a lot of the history that people don't really study about. They may hit upon certain things when they read the Bible, but for the most part, people aren't too interested in doing the research. So I'm just going to call it In the Beginning, part 1. This begins with the fact that there was already some sort of rebellion in heaven before we came along, and basically us being around kind of pushed it over the edge. The book of Job is the oldest book in the Bible, and it gives us a little bit of insight into what was going on between Lucifer and God at that time. He was kicked out, but he was still able to go into the courts of heaven, and the whole point was to try to make God understand that we didn't love him the way he did, and that we weren't worthy of God's love back to us. What Lucifer never seems to understand is odd, is that we are literally a spark of God ourselves. That's the one difference between us and angels. So that's what makes us special to him. Like anybody would have their children special to them. So then there's the inevitable fall that happens in that whole part was also again to prove the point that we weren't good enough. So they sinned, they fell. We ended up giving the land deed back to Satan. Okay, now who we call Satan is Lucifer. Get this straight. He had this place as a playing ground for a long time, Earth, before we were given it to be a school, a learning ground for us. He didn't like that. That's another reason why he wanted the earth back. He wanted the land deed given back. And the only way that was going to happen is if we fell underneath sin, underneath him. So that is exactly what happened. He got earth back. He still has it back to this day to a degree. Jesus gives us back the land if we want to take it back. So it's individually. It isn't collectively, unless the church gets together and actually does right for a change, which I don't think is going to happen. So we take back our own little section if we want to under Jesus, okay? Otherwise, this place is still ruled by him. And there's not a whole lot we can do about that except take back our own section, our own families, our own section of land, the whole 9 yards. Take our own lives back under Jesus. So that's what the system is that we're born into, and we take ourselves out of it the way Jesus provides for us to be taken out of it. Okay, I think I'll stop here until